Hello everyone and welcome to MSDR presentation. Today we are going to present how MSDR works and explore its most common use case, the dual site mirror scenario. Let's dive into MSDR solution and assume a scenario where we have two sites, site A and site B. For each site we have several VM running, VM1 and 2 and 3 on site A, VM4 and 5 on site B. Assuming that we want to enable MSDR synchronization for VM1 and 2 from site A to site B. As soon as MSDR is enabled for a VM, replication starts automatically. The selected VM are replicated to site B. MSDR allows you to enable replication on a per VM basis, giving you the flexibility to choose which VM to include in the replication process and which to exclude. Please note that this VM1 and 2, are powered off on the site B. In the same way, I can enable MSDR replication in the opposite direction. In this case, I want to enable replication for VM5 from site B to site A. As in the case of VM1 and 2, VM5 is powered off as well on the site A. If I decide to stop replication for a VM, it will be automatically removed from a target site. For example, if I decide to exclude VM1 from the replication process, it will no longer be available on the site B. In particular, VM1 disappeared. Okay, let's enable MSDR again for VM1 and move on. In general, the VMs shown in gray should not be modified, as they are exact clone of the primary VM. Any configuration changes made in the primary VM are automatically replicated and overwrite the replicated VM on the target site. For example, if I change the network configuration, tags, disk configuration, and so on, MSDR guarantees that these changes are replicated on the target VM. Moreover, when a VM is migrated to another node within the cluster, the migration is automatically replicated to the target site. For example, if VM1 is moved to node 3, the same changes is reflected on same B. This ensures that VMs remain correctly positioned across both sites. Okay, let's move VM1 back to node 1. And now we are going to show how MSDR handles failure. In this specific case, we want to simulate a site A failure. As you can see in the graphic representation, data replication stops, and we now need to promote the gray VMs to the primary VMs. After promoting VM1 and VM2, I can power on them. Okay, from this moment on, we have the entire production running on site B, and the service can continue operating as a planned. Now, let's assume that after some time, site A becomes operational again. At this point, it's crucial to synchronize the data from site B back to site A in order to realign the two clusters. MSDR allows you to synchronize the data of VM1 and VM2. In this way, I can move the VMs back to the original site. Okay, now let's promote and start up VM1 and VM2 on site A. At this point, we are come back to the original situation. VM1 and VM2 are mirroring to site B, and VM5 is mirroring to site A. That's all for this MSDR overview. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.